Hey everybody, Scar here again, and today I want to talk about, does streaming platform really matter? Nowadays we have more streaming platforms available to actually stream your gameplay on, whether it's Twitch, Mixer, Facebook, YouTube Gaming. I'm sure there's a couple other streaming platforms out there. I'm not 100% sure, but do in the end, do any of them really matter? Um, Personally, I think no. It's just depending on what your goal set is. If you want to make this like a side hustle, Twitch may be your go-to just because the entry to monetization is very easy. If you're looking to start on something new, Facebook or Mixer may be your option because Facebook is a very large company, but their gaming streaming platform is still fairly new. And they already have the influx of people who use the Facebook platform. So there is an idea that there could be dramatic growth very rapidly there. Same thing goes for Mixer. Mixer's backed by a very large corporate Microsoft corporation, so they have an idea of how gaming works in that sense, and they also have a very large company backing them. So if you're also looking for an area where possibly growing, maybe not very fast at the beginning, but maybe over time, increasingly, then Mixer may be your choice. But yet again, it really all comes down to what your goals are as a streamer. I'm not saying you want to go for the money, so Twitch should be your option. But if you want to go to a platform that you have to work probably the hardest out of the other two, I would say you would, if you want to dedicate growing and building a community and finding a bunch of people that play the same game as you, and also want the idea that hopefully I can make a couple bucks doing it, then I would say go to Twitch. But if you want to maybe start on the ground floor of something that possibly may become great later, then I would say the other two platforms are probably your better option. YouTube Gaming, I'm not 100% familiar with. I know there's people who do stream on YouTube Gaming, and I know it help. They're very consistent on on making videos as well as streaming. So I feel like that's kind of like that weird, it's the one-stop place. But if you want to put your eggs in a couple other baskets, it's always good to hop around from here to there, in the sense that you make your videos here but you stream there, so you kind of open your audience, you grow an audience all over the place rather than just at one place, because if anything were to bottom out, at least you have something to fall back on. But yet again, at the end of the day, you always need to ask yourself, why do I want to stream? What is my goal? And then I'm not saying you have a timetable, but how long do you want to work towards that goal? I'm not saying I want 1,000 viewers, 1,000 followers tomorrow. I'm saying I hope to get to 10,000 followers in the next 2 years. And depending on where you want to lie to get there is going to depend on what kind of work you have to put in to actually get to that end goal. If you start on a smaller platform, yes, there may be less eyes watching that particular platform, but there's then more areas of discoverability on the platform to get eyes on your channel, to then hopefully, maybe if the platform ever were to explode, grow you over time. As well as if you want to go somewhere where it's proven that if you consistently do something and you work real hard, that there is a chance that you could monetize to the point where you are making profit to where you can pay for the games you're playing, or even maybe do it almost as a part-time job for 20-30 hours a week, and get a couple $100s in revenue every month from your stream. Then Twitch is your goal. And if you want to go to somewhere where Facebook, where they have a very large user base, and they are starting to push the streaming platform, and you want to be part of an algorithm, because they don't really have directories over there, it's all algorithm based upon trends, then maybe Facebook's your goal. I mean, there's case studies in each different platform of what kind of growth can be where. The difference is, say, on Twitch, where it's more of a directory based system when finding people and how to grow, is gonna it's a little more saturated, so it's a little tougher to grow on. But if you get momentum, usually momentum will rise you to the top, or at least get you to a point where you can then kind of build off of that momentum, keep on going. as well as, if you consistently work real hard and put the same amount of effort into this, people will notice and therefore consistently, help you grow bigger. And it just depends on how much work and effort you want to put into something at the end of the day. You know, with Mixer, say, being so small, it's a lot on you to get people to come here, as well as Mixer, because they're in that process of trying to figure out how are we getting viewers to watch our website of streamers. Whereas Twitch kind of already has been through that phase. They're at the point where they've had that influx of viewership. They consistently rank in the monthly reports as almost being as popular as actual like channels on television, which is pretty crazy for it being something that's just online. So I mean, at the end of the day, you just really got to figure out what your end destination is, what your time frame is, hopefully to try to get you as close as possible to that end goal, and kind of build off of that. If you want to leave me any feedback on what you think, what streaming platform you think is better for your circumstance, let me know down in the comments below. If you just want to add anything to the video, it's always good to leave a comment down below. If you like the video that I did just now, just slap that like button. If you want to know when I post videos, slap that subscribe button, turn that light bell on, and I will catch you in the next video.